Hi guys, Grétar here from Solice. Today I want to talk about the power of forgiveness. We all know that living a life of an active addict or an active alcoholic, we have a lot of resentment, we have a lot of anger, and if not for anything else, to ourselves. In my case, I was angry at a lot of people for many years, and most of those people were the people that were the closest to me, the people who actually were trying to help me, and the people that loved me. My resentments were so often old. They were for none or low or little causes, but I festered in anger and hatred in some cases towards people that didn't deserve it. Not only did I hate myself, I hated a lot of people that didn't even know of it. And so when I started becoming sober, I had to deal with all those things. And I had to be, find a way to be able to forgive a lot of people. Some of those things were just me and my defaults, like things that I was angry about, that I felt that people did me wrong. In some cases they didn't. In some cases they did. Likewise, I had to forgive, not for them, but for me. Because if I live in anger, if I live in that state, I will end up feeling sorry for myself again. I will end up being angry and starting, pitying myself, and I will start going back into the patterns that lead me to drinking. Because what leads me to drinking is self-pity. And there's nothing better to, find self-pity in than anger and resentment to other people. So when I was starting my sobriety, I had to go through everybody that I was angry towards, including myself, and I had to learn to forgive and let go. Well, when I did this, funnily enough, a lot of my resentments and anger had already left, because I saw that some of them were absolutely me and my faults and my flaws. Like, I interpreted things my way, and it's almost like I had decided to fester resentment to that person or that instant, or that institution. It could be anything. It's almost like I decided at some point to be angry at them. For what reason, I couldn't even remember in some cases. So those were easy to forgive and let them go. And for me, what I felt was this intense relief, forgiving and letting go. Forgiving and letting go. And I did it over and over and over again because I was very, very angry and I was full of resentment. The ones that I had the hardest time with, because some people have done me, had done me wrong, that I still today don't feel that I deserved it, or I didn't ignite that. It wasn't my fault, what I'm trying to say. So those ones I had a little bit more difficulty, learning to see other people as faulty human beings. Learn to see the people that have done me wrong as sick people. Because when you're living a sick life, your sick patterns, you come across sick people. So, of course, you will have incidences and that people will do you wrong because you have surrounded yourself with sick people. In some cases, it's family members that are not well and they do you wrong. So those things, it took me a longer time than, I had to really work on them. I had to find the will to forgive. And as soon as I let go of it, I started feeling better, a lot better. The one that I had the hardest time with was forgiving myself for all the things I've done, all the things I've said, all the scenarios that I got myself and other people into, and all the harm and anger and anguish that I had caused other people. That was the hardest thing for me. But likewise, I had to with time, I had to see myself that I was sick, because God knows I didn't intend to, cause this much misery. I didn't set out to, like, do all the things I did. Like, it's almost like they were, a side effect of my condition. But it took me the longest, and the hardest time was to forgive myself. But as soon as now I have no resentment to myself, and there is not much or anything that I really would want to change. But the power of forgiveness is great. If you have truly forgiven yourself and others, you feel this intense sense of relief. Because festering anger and resentment is both time consuming, consumes intense amount of energy, and you feel miserable 24/7. We've all met people that are full of anger, they're full of resentment, and everybody, for some reason, these people feel that, the world is against them. I was one of them. Everybody, no matter what they, who they were and where they're coming from, they were out to get me, and I had to get them before they got me, and like this pattern was like, just thinking about it, I just get this sick feeling in my stomach, how bad you could feel. So, if you want to get better, we have to do things that are difficult for us. This is one thing that was difficult for me, was letting go and just forgive. And don't, because even in my sobriety, I've gotten into altercations with the same people that I used to be angry at. I've gotten into altercations and issues with people that are not well. And I can't go back into the old character and, start fighting with them or arguing with them, or, I have to just back off and swallow it. Just, they're sick people. Like, I have no false pride to, fight for anymore. I have nothing to prove to them. And in the end of the day, I'm happy they're not. So that is very, very powerful. Come and follow us. Come and see what we're all about. Thank you.